Hello everyone, this is a pretty back with another deck review. This is the Leonardo art playing cards from dent-de-lion MIDI, I believe is their name. It's a very long name, French name. Um, this one was one that was not without some issues. I'll get into that. And it's actually one of two Leonardo themed projects that was on Kickstarter over the last several months. But I felt that this one was the better of the two. Let's get on with it. There's three decks: Silver Edition, Edition Silver, Edition Gold, Edition Platinum, which is the limited edition. They all say Leonardo on the bottom. Edition's obviously got gold colors. There's a bit of deterioration, if you will, on the borders on these two. And they got all four pips as well. And you see this nice figure, which is also on one of the court cards, the warrior type guy. And here it's more of a silhouette. This is silver foil. That's the front. For the side, it says art playing cards and the same kind of deterioration. Another thing, if you look closely, you'll see there's actually a nice texture, embossed type texture to the tuck case, which is pretty cool. And maybe a tad embossing, I'm not sure. Chemical. On the other side, art playing cards as well. Top says playing cards, edition gold, and edition silver, and edition platinum. This one has silver foil throughout, of course. The back, it just says Leonardo, and you see some artwork on there as well. And on the bottom, it says Meisterwerk Altstadt, which appears to be something German. I'm not German. I don't speak German. I have no idea what it says. These two, a nice stamp seal. It looks like an actual postal stamp. And Roman numeral for 2015 with a spade dip. It says the same German words on here, or whatever they are. They look German. Here it says dent-de-lion MIDI, who's the creator, and first edition print, and Leonardo, with an image of Leonardo. And this one, the same thing, but more in just a silver color, gray color. And the limited edition one has a different seal, which says limited edition, wraps right around to the front, where it also says limited edition. And then right here it says it's numbered 42 out of 1,000. That's pretty cool. I did the cellophane on because, oh, I forgot to show you the bottom. I do believe. Bottom says Leonardo, edition platinum, silver, or gold. Dent-de-lion MIDI, 2015 web, artofplaycards.com/Leonardo, where you can get them right now. Legends Playing Card Company, diamond finish, printed in Taiwan. And the barcode, this has diamond finish. The gold and silver one, everything is the same except that it says it has elite finish. You can barely see, but that's what it says. I have no idea if there's any other decks that have the elite finish, but there you go. We'll get into those in a bit. Let's look at the platinum one first. The reason is because you can actually see details a bit better. Also, on the flaps, they all have different quotes. The knowledge of all things is possible. Leonardo da Vinci. You see that texture again on the tuck case. The noblest pleasure is the joy of understanding. And simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. Please don't tell us to playing card creators, because there's already way too many oversimplified minimalist decks out there that are pretty much crap. This one, by the way, does not have that texture. It's just a smooth tuck case. However, if you look closely, you will see there's a whole bunch of writing on there, Leonardo styled writing, which is pretty cool. The inside has all the pips throughout, and in the bottom, a little lion image, looks like. Just noticing that. And these ones a kind of silver color, and gold. Very nice. Foil, by the way. It's foil, not just a color. Although, yeah. Let's look at this one. The Jokers. See a couple of figures on here. Kind of go hand in hand, apparently. It says Joker in the top corner. Here's your bat design. It features the Vitruvian Man, some flowers, equines or horses, if you will, and these two little star symbols. I have it written down somewhere. Is geometrical polyhedras. Pretty interesting. And a little bit of color to this one. Pretty clean looking. The Ace of Spades. It represents the Death Guard perfectly with a skull on there. It says Leonardo in the mouth area. And it also apparently deals with the invention of war. The Ace of Hearts deals with the art of love, and you see kind of a person's skeletal system, or internal organs and whatnot, physiology. Ace of Clubs deals with the beauty of nature, and the Ace of Diamonds deals with the power of wealth, and you see some machinery in there, cogs and gears, and something industrial, mechanical, if you will. And you get into the court cards, very nice. Nice figures, no one really specific, but obviously Leonardo. And I forgot to delete my last videos and ran out of space. But anyways, you see the artwork, it's very nice. Like I said, Leonardo da Vinci-esque. Let's get through these. These cards do have a bit of a scene to them, if you will. Well, not much. There is some disappointment with this. I can get to that in a minute. And then you look at the number cards again. They have that writing all over their faces. Nice kind of deteriorated pips, if you will. And that's all, of course, intentional. Now, this deck is not exactly what it was supposed to be. There was, for the Platinum Edition, it was supposed to be pretty nice. It was supposed to be, it is limited, but there was supposed to be all sorts of details in it that are not in it. And that, to me, is a major no-no when it comes to Kickstarter. First of all, let's look at it. Let me see here. Black on black inks. Not really. Definitely not. Not black. No black on black inks. The Jack of Spades was the glimmer. It's supposed to have a nice glimmer with foil. There is absolutely zero foil or glimmer to it. Or shimmer. There was supposed to be a perforated stamp. No, not a perforated stamp seal. It's not even the stamp seal, it's just a seal. There was supposed to be mysterious signs and symbols on the seal. There is not. It just says limited edition of a number. There was supposed to be iridescent foil on the cards or a scene, which is not there. There's no iridescence on these cards, whatever. There's no iridescent foil, nothing like that, nothing holographic. There was supposed to be embossing on the top case. There's no embossing on the top case. It's completely smooth. And there was supposed to be gilded edges. Did these look gilded to you? No. On top of that, there was no mention along the way that all of these changes were being made. This is supposed to be a pretty limited, exclusive deck. Well, not exclusive, but a limited edition deck with a lot of features that equated to a higher cost. None of those features are present. And that has caused some disappointment to some backers at the very least. And that's not a good thing. I mean, This is not what was promised with the platinum deck. There's no gilded edges. There's no black on black inks. There's foil instead. And, I mean, everything is, there's no foil on the Jack of Spades, which is supposed to stand out because I believe it features this artwork. And so forth and so forth. And you can't do this. Also, I want to point out, originally, there was a stretch goal if this deck hit $50,000 that it would be printed by the USPC, all 3 decks. They're not. For some reason, along the line, he decided to go with Legends playing cards. And that was done, I think, before it was funded, which is fine. But he got $80,000. Don't tell me he couldn't produce these decks with the USPC, even with $50,000. Why have promises for a stretch goal and then make changes? I don't know. He didn't even bother to make any changes to the project page. It still says the same things. And I don't know. I don't think it's very good for his record. And he's already planning, talking about doing another version of these decks because these are all sold out. I'm not sure I'm interested because I don't know if he's going to stay committed to following through with whatever he promises, because he's clearly shown that instead he's willing to make changes and sacrifices just to improve his bottom dollar, basically. Let's look at the gold edition. This one has faces that are very nice, kind of antique looking, distressed, very cool. You do get the same artwork throughout. It's just on a different color. And actually I have a nice little bit of color to them. I'll show you. So quote cards, number cards, very cool, as you can see. One little thing to note is they do have a one-way back design, as you can see there, but it's kind of minimal. Could work to your advantage in Magic purposes. And then we'll look at the silver edition. And again, oh, I don't know if I saw, actually I did show you the back, but I'll show it to you a little bit better. Same back. This one, again, same thing, but it's got silver colors, dirty look again. And again, a one-way element, as you can see right there on the edge. But overall, same artwork. And again, the jokers and everything, same. Darker colors for this one. But you get the idea, same artwork, same style pips and everything, just 3 different colored decks, basically. And these ones, as you'll see, similar effect to the gold deck, but a little bit different. Meanwhile, the platinum deck is a very clean look, white look, and clean back design. It's mirror imaged, as far as I can tell, unlike the other ones. It's pretty cool. So, despite being issues, it's still okay. I will say that the creator, will point out that the creator did offer refunds for anyone not satisfied with the finished product. However, that's it doesn't do a whole lot for me because of the fact that he didn't bother to even tell backers that he was making these changes. He didn't bother to post an update, even now, saying that he had made these changes and that he was offering a refund to anyone not satisfied. The last couple of updates he posted, which are the last updates he's doing, I believe, were just basically comments talking about how wonderful the decks are and blah blah blah. He didn't post any comments or address anything regarding any issues that people were having. He's been trying to keep that hush in private, as far as I'm concerned, and I don't think that's a good idea. Moving along, As far as the art is concerned, I do really like the decks. I think the Gold Edition is my favorite. I am fairly disappointed with everything that happened or didn't happen with the Platinum Edition, because it was supposed to be much more than what it was. That looks pretty cool though, and this way is different. But I do like the Gold Edition. The Silver Edition is not bad. I just wish that there wasn't other issues, and I thought I had a card reversed in there. So, I mean, as far as the art is concerned, I have to say, definitely 4.25, 4.5 out of 5. It's very nice. I got no problem with that. As for usability for playing cards, doing magic, whatever, I did try playing some cards with them, I believe. And I can see them being usable for certain magic tricks, especially for playing cards. You know, that sort of thing. As far as how usable it is, I'll probably say at least 4 out of 5. And this one's obviously the better one for using for stuff because it's easier to see everything. Less dirtiness or whatnot, no distressing. So I'll say that 4 out of 5 at least. As for handling wise, there's definitely differences in stock. The Platinum Edition is supposed to be the what's it call it? Diamond finish. It's definitely a thicker stock, more like a B, and this one's more like a bicycle, a little bit thinner, but still a very nice stock nonetheless. This one also has a bit of a smoother finish, which I believe was promised, even though it is embossed. And this, of course, is kind of your standard embossed finish from Legends. So they're both very good quality stocks and finishes. They both handle, whoops, very nice. This one probably a little bit better. So I'm going to say like 4.25 at least out of 5 for handling purposes. Maybe even 4.5 out of 5, because they do handle very nice. Although I don't think I've played around with them as much as I could have. Very nice. 4.5 out of 5, I think, for handling. So overall, despite the fact that there's issues with the project and with the Platinum Edition, I'm going to say a good, solid 4.5 out of 5 overall for this deck. Maybe 4.25 just because of the issues out of 5, but still very good, solid effort. Really nicely done. But I think, as far as the creator is concerned, definitely a lower rating for him, because he could have done things, handled things a lot better. That is that. I like them. Don't forget to check out collectibleplayingcards.com. I'm not sure if these decks are available there as of yet, or if they will be, but they have tons of other great decks. Use the code VJOSE32. You get 10% off your order. Comment, like, rate, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Check out artplayingcards.com/Leonardo to get these decks. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.